Welcome to the market estate, everyone. Today I'm actually going to go over my entry for Friday on a nice trade over here with a 5 minute breaker block and explain breaker blocks and how they are extremely useful in trading and just overall I get a good concept for trading and how to enter and all that. So we'll start off with I unfortunately didn't record this. I don't know why, but I got a trade here for a short. Um, Took a few. I think I took two like little shitty trades here, but they were break even. Took a short. Took this. I don't know what this was. I don't actually remember doing these trades, and they were pretty late in the day. Well, that for me is like 4 in the morning, which I don't never really on my PC. Anyway, um, this is a good trade at the end of the day for me. But I'll start off by explaining what a breaker is. Breaker blocks when you have a low created, like if you're going long. Let's say you get the dole at the high, like this is your dole, right? We're obviously in a bearish model, but anyway, um, you got sell side, market creates a low. Usually, sometimes the best ones will be equal lows, comes up, makes a high, then a lower low, and then breaks through it, making a higher high. So this then becomes the breaker block. You usually will have a fair value gap about here, um, and then retest it. You take a long, and then you pretty much, geez Christ. And then you just target the external draw or internal low hanging fruit. Like that's obviously up to you and what you reckon how quick it'll actually take that draw on liquidity. So going into the morning, I'll mark open so we get a better understanding of what open was back here. Yeah, that's open there. So going in the day, I notice we displaced all the way up. You've got Wednesday low here, Thursday low, never been touched. Same with Tuesday and Monday. So it wasn't like a classic expansion if you know what weekly profile is. Wasn't a classic expansion because Tuesday didn't take the low, it just displaced. So usually when this happens, we get a TGIF or um, midweek reversal type of concept. But so the Wednesday created a high, we got an SMT. As you see, on Thursday, SMES obliterated the high of day. HOD means high of day, by the way, and LOD means low of day. Just more random words for ICT. Um, so we ended up making this high for SMT, and it ended up being respected, and we got displacement. But what actually happened is this was obviously high of Thursday over here, and then it got swept by both, but this was still in play. So this still means that this is a protected high at the end of the day. Like we shouldn't displace all the way back up. So once we swept liquidity, caused a stop raid, turtle soup, we then displaced lower. What happened is I was on the 15-second time frame. I'm actually really annoyed that I didn't fucking film this live, but we ended up displacing lower, and then I noticed I usually trade the 15 seconds. So what I'll do is we'll go back. I'll delete all this so it makes more sense, and then we'll go from there. But yes, so we end up coming up high, I think. On the 15-second for ES, there was a reason. There was a reason for this dump up here. So yeah, here. So this high on NQ was actually this high here on ES. So I did take this trade, which I will put in this video at the end. You don't have to watch the whole thing because that has nothing to do with breaker blocks, but I'll put it into the reason what gave me more of a confidence that we were going to go lower past this point, like past these lows. Oh, what the fuck? Gave me more confidence that we were going to go down to here because on the day this is London low. Yeah, so this is London low down here. Yeah, so going into it, just kept displacing, made this little high here. And what I did was I didn't even recognize it. Usually I chill on the 15 to 1 minute. I ended up changing to the 5 minute. And when you go to the 5 minute, you recognize a beautiful breaker block. This goes down one more time. Oh, hang on a minute. Go down. Wait a second. And then I noticed this. So I mark out breaker block. Everyone marks out breaker blocks different, but I usually do. If it's a bearish model, it's from the body open to the high wick. I don't count all this because obviously if I did that, that's a massive, you don't know in this whole area, like it could, you know, come up here, then reject or, you know, go many places, but usually 9 times out of 10 it will only come up to the body. Like you can even just do the body, just like that. And that's a perfect example. But I usually do the wick. I don't usually do the low wick in a bearish one, and I will try and find a bit bullish one. But this is a quick, nice little example for people to understand if they do understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, usually it's a lot better if there's a fair value gap in this. I think if you go on the lower time frame, there 95. Yeah, there was one here, but it didn't really matter. We had a low inside or near the breaker box. So that's my point of interest of going into the trade. And yeah, so I went back to the lower time frame and waited to see what would tell me that we wanted to go lower. I think we ended up coming up. No, I think we put another low in first. Let's play out. And also this high is pretty much this high here. One of the two. You could do this, it doesn't matter. Bang on, perfect. It's point of interest of where I want the market to go. POI means point of interest where you want the market to go first before going lower. I like marking these out because it's kind of a way of adding discipline so that you don't just take a fucking trade when it like takes this high. You want this high to be swept because in the, it'll mean the 5 minute break has been touched. SMT, race fair value, you take your trade. So we ended up coming up, I think it's pretty much, yeah, I think it's now. Take my fucking time. So then we take it there, right? Now, if you look at ES, we didn't even really just touch this high. So even you could class that as not an SMT, but this most definitely is an SMT. So when I was looking at this, I realized there's a fair value gap here. And if you even notice now, what's this? You got low created, high, low, high, lower low. I know this is a bit dodgy. I wouldn't, it's a lot better if it closes below the low. And then it comes back up. So it makes another low, higher high, lower low, higher high. And then if it does this, that's pretty much what you're looking for. But even if it's just, a simple lower low, higher high, displays, bang, and then off you go. So there's a breaker down here by itself. And I'll mark this out on its own. So this is exactly how I do it here. So this is a big area in which when it displaces through, it can either retest or it's just going to go straight through and use that as protection. So when I watched this, I looked at it, I realized this is the exact same to this. You got a high, comes up, you got a high, low, high, high, lower, low, retest, dumps. If that makes a lot of sense. So you got external liquidity, stop rate on SMT, and obviously you got pretty much just like this. You're gonna have buy side chilling in an external fair value gap. Market comes up, makes equal highs. I'll start it again. It's a little bit easier to understand. So the market's just dribbling around, and then what happens is you get a low, you get a high created, lower low, comes up and maybe makes one more, does this, sweeps that, does this, bang, dumps. So it's dancing around, obviously, makes a higher low, then it takes it, bang, dump. Higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, retest, dump. And then usually, obviously, that's the breaker there. Fair value gap usually down here. So this is what this pretty much is. So sorry, I got a text. But yeah, so you got the high, lower low, high high, displaces through, making this the lower low, comes back up and retests. But yeah, going into what I was saying, this, if you look closely at this, right? High, low, high, high, low, low. I'm gonna drill this in your fucking head. Exact this, if you copy and paste it, will be the exact same as what this is. Obviously, the candle's not gonna be the fucking exact same, but this is the exact same. Accumulation, high, low, high, high. Now, if this displaces through, you get your short. But my A plus entry is, even if I'm confident in the draw and liquidity, and I know that we love taking out London lows, and obviously this is exactly where London low is, and we're only 40 points from there. That's not even that much. So we can easily get there. So when I seen this happen in a 5-minute break and block, we've already taken high, we've displaced back into the range. I know that this is obviously you don't know exactly, but confidence wise and conviction after ages of backtesting, live market, all that, I know that this would be the right time to look for a short. So usually how I enter is if this fair value gets broken through, I want this to be a quick move. So I usually like to enter, as this gets broken. So if we get to here and it closes or it's quick move, I'll take a short. This next candle I think just dumps. So yeah, I think I'll look at my execution, but I'm pretty sure I entered here. But I'm not going to be able to on this. So I think I took 4 contracts short. And ended up taking this short. Stop loss was up the high SMT protection. Obviously my thing was here, so my stop loss is about 12 points, but I'll show you. I don't think it comes back up for a while. I know it does, sorry, so I'll just take that out, ignore that. But we ended up displacing, coming close to the low, not taking it out, but then what it did was it did come back up. I'm pretty sure it does. To memory, it went from, I was up like 2 something and left my stop loss. Yeah, so here, pretty sure this is pretty much bang on where I entered. I mean, I entered over here, but I'm just trying to show you this exactly P&L wise. I entered there, my stop loss was about 12 points, I think it was, yeah. And then obviously just targeted the low, looking for a 2.7. And we ended up like typical way of trading, like I've drawn up here. What the fuck is it? The market will usually make the breaker, respect it, and dump off. So, and then I think here, after it respects this, and exactly the same thing again, like I've got to add contracts here. Why are you being difficult? Respected the breaker, 15-second breaker. Fair value gap, sent consequent encroachment was literally respected to the tick. And, I could have scaled in here, there, moved my stop loss to there, you know, increasing my winners rel by scaling in. And then, TP all down here. I put TP, my full size, like fully off is here. Even if you do standard deviation, that goes there. Manipulation move, fuck off. Height of the low. This is a manipulation lead that causes the SMT, so you get standard deviation. It ends up being below this, but I didn't, there was no real target here besides London low. So I knew we were going lower, and we ended up displacing straight to the low. I mean, not really displacing, it took its fucking time. But yeah, ended up getting that. So that was a nice trade on the day. Simple external concepts work on the internal. I love the 15-second. That's all I trade. I think I ended up getting 2 something from this trade, 2,500 on my account on the day. And yeah, it was a lovely day. Also took a short here. I took this short here. Once this fair value got broken as well. I will post a live for this. This wasn't on another account. Got I think it was like 650 from this alone. But I think I took it here or something, and I just ended up doing SD and found that it went to this low here, and then that played out as well. So very nice, easy concept to understand. And if you know where the draw's going, it's a lot easier. But I'm pretty sure I'm logging into my account to show executions. Yeah, I am. Okay. This is another account. I think I'll post it. If not, I just want to give an example of what the breaker blocks and how you can utilize them to really help you with your trading. But yeah, so pretty much one tick up. But yeah, 12-point stop loss, and the target was here, so it ended up being almost a three to one, which is a lovely day. I had 4 cons on this, so yeah, made 27.80. I was only risking 1,000, which is not, I'm don't usually do 2 to 1s. I hardly get 2 to 1s. I usually get 3s, but this one was a little bit shorter to a 3 to 1, just 0.1 off. But it was a phenomenal trade, played out perfectly. And yeah, this is something that you can trade, you can look at, you can watch, and take your trade. I really don't understand what the hell's going on here. I'm kind of get distracted right now though. But I hope you've enjoyed this. After this, it should probably be. I think this trade. I need to go back over my recordings and see if where the hell this trade is. I don't understand why I didn't record it. I'm always recording, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Need any more questions about breaker blocks or order blocks or understanding the dial? Let me know and I can post it. But this, hope you've enjoyed. Let me know. This is again a journaling like a little journaling page I have that keeps my mind fresh and keeps me on top of my game. So the high got touched on ES, bro. That's why it's dumping. I might take a 1 con short here, bro. Just for lols with you. Who wins, me or you? I'm gonna hold this as standard deviation. Look at that go, bro. What a good time to get in short. I'm gonna hold this to this standard deviation low down here. Like, bro, look at us dump, dude. Like, there's no fucking shot, bro, that we don't fucking take this low. That's so good as well, bro. That SMT literally formed at 10 a.m. manipulation. And it has been respected literally to the tick. Yeah, we're dumping. You honestly could, bro, I reckon you could honestly hold this to London, dude. Profit. No, I'm out. I'm just gonna take my win and leave. I can't make too much, otherwise it fucking doesn't.